everybody. We are here filming live. We're not filming live, right? No. Okay. All right, good. Coming at you from the location of what appears to be the worst hostage video ever created. So, I am not here to ask you for money unless you want to give it to me. I'm actually here to preview the Final Four. Yeah, I'm going to talk basketball. Decided to do this because I want to. So, I'm going to go over the first game. And then, guess what? I'll sneak in a sketch that I've made. And that sketch will not be presented by this version of me, but rather a clone who doesn't know how to do his hair and couldn't find a hat.
Self-burn!
So, the first set of games is going to be Gonzaga UCLA, and there's not a lot to talk about this one because I think Gonzaga's going to roll them. It turns out the undefeated team is undefeated for a reason. Would you look at that? I think Gonzaga's offense is working on a different level. Their ability to attack any sort of defense is remarkable. They played USC in the Elite Eight, and no matter what USC did that entire game, Gonzaga had an answer for it. They'd run 2-3 zone. Number 2, Devin Timmy, I believe is his name. Sorry if I got that wrong. He would dominate the high post, which is really the area you attack the 2-3 zone. Dominating. And then in the second half, when they readjusted, they started playing more man. They started being more physical. Gonzaga had an answer for that too. Number 24 on their team started to go off. Gonzaga is such a complete offensive team that you have to be able to absolutely be perfect. You have to be coached perfect. You have to have a perfect scheme. And I watched UCLA play. Not good. Not good at all. They consistently trapped guards when they played against Michigan. They consistently just threw two guys. As soon as the screen would come, they would throw two guys right at them. And Gonzaga will eat that alive. Gonzaga's a team that doesn't mind getting the ball out of guards' hands. They have a plethora of bigs who can facilitate well enough, especially number 2. Their ability to pass the ball and their ability to break down defense once they cause you to mold and shift is truly remarkable. So that, it's gonna be tough going for UCLA to stop them defensively. And offensively, I don't think UCLA has much of a chance either. Gonzaga's pretty good at just switching everything. Makes it very difficult for them to run pick and roll offense. And frankly, UCLA wasn't good at beating man-to-man defense. They weren't. I frequently saw during that game that UCLA guards really force the single read on a pick and roll. So when you have pick and roll, you have the guy who sets the pick and he rolls to the basket. And a lot of times the guards would force passes to the rollers even when they weren't open. Their guards weren't able to attack the drop. They weren't able to make reads outside of, the simple two-man game. You can tell sometimes teams will send help and to disrupt that pick and roll. And if you're able to make the second and third read, basically what you're able to do is, rather than passing it to the roller, you pass it to the outside of the area. You pass it to guys on the wing who are going to be open because the help's coming from that side. And just consistently throughout that Michigan game, they were unable to make those second half reads. So I just don't see a scenario in which UCLA either is able to slow down the Gonzaga offense enough to get the game dirty to make it awful, or have the offensive firepower to keep up with what they're going to have to keep up with in order to beat Gonzaga. So Gonzaga, UCLA, I believe the line is -14. which just kind of shows you the preemptive favorite that Gonzaga is. Um, that's one of the games that I'm not sure I would stay away from, actually, as a better. Although I would bet the over. That's generally what you would do. But other than that, I believe Gonzaga is going to make their way to the finals. And before I go into the next game, I've been told to put back on the old mouth guard. Please send help. A weird clone of mine's going to transition you into the middle, the intermission thing. So, excuse me, I'm going to be right back and deal with this. Okay, so what are we doing here? What's going on, huh? What? Blake 2 coming at you hot. Here I am, Blake 2, here to tell you one thing and one thing only. I'll probably tell you a couple other things. But the biggest thing I'm telling you is that a sketch is coming up next. Yeah, you're going to see some funnies. Yeah, figured I'd break up that basketball analysis, or at least that's what Blake 1 told me to tell you. So, yeah, go ahead. You're going to watch a sketch. It'll be fun. If you want to skip it, that's fine. You know what? We're in America. Do what you want to do. Take off your shirt. Hey, man. Can I borrow some... Hey, who the hell is that?
Oh, him? Yeah, no idea.
And you didn't ask him any questions, or...
What, you think I didn't ask him any questions? He hasn't answered me, okay? He's been doing this.
I feel like you should be a lot more worried about this than you are.
Yeah, I was concerned 40 minutes ago when he started.
He hasn't stopped for
40 minutes.
Alright, well, you know what I'm gonna ask him. Okay, hey bud, you need anything? Alright, you look a little dehydrated. You need some water or something? You need some hydration, something like that. You've been going at it for a very long time.
Huh. Fuck it.
Thanks, Blake 2. Hey, did you notice in that sketch how much you could hear my niece pop? Being tall sucks. The next game I'm going to be going over is Houston versus Baylor. It turns out Texas is just killing the basketball game. At least on that side of the bracket. You're going to get at least one of them. At least one. So, good old Texas. This is going to be the much more interesting game of the two. Baylor is favored by 5, I think, the last time I saw them. So, -5 on Baylor. I think this is going to be a lot to do with whether or not which team hits threes, which team is able to score on the outside. They seem pretty well matched versus each other. Both have similarly physical, good guards. They're both athletically sound. Houston's got some interesting bigs. Baylor's got some interesting bigs. But overall, both teams had a real struggle. Houston really struggled with Oklahoma State. They kind of let them in late. Baylor looked like the dominant team. They look more like the 1 seed. But, everybody's, going to pick Baylor over Houston. But this game's really a toss-up, I think. I think just whichever team's able to hit threes more, that's going to be your winner. I think both teams are real good in the pick and roll. Definitely better guard play than a lot of what you've seen in tournaments. And that's the proof right there. In order to get far in the tournament, you have to have veteran guard play that's able to handle adversity, is able to do different things on the court. So I think overall, I think we're gonna get a 1-1 seed. You know, I think Baylor wins that game, but I think it's gonna be much closer and it's gonna be a lot more fun to watch. So, I think it's gonna be Gonzaga Baylor in the finals, and we'll see who wins. But thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna throw to a man in a closet in order to round out the show. So, bye for now. I'll be back probably on Sunday, probably Monday. We'll post another video. Look, I'll post another video Monday. This is me putting it on here to make sure I do it. I'll post another video Monday, recapping these games and then making a prediction. So, watch that. Enjoy that. But until then, friends, so long. Farewell. I don't have a catchphrase, so pay my ransom. It's this amount. It's this amount. So pay this amount of dollars, and we'll be good. Just try to do that, please. All right. To the man in the closet.
Hey, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you want to support me more, visit my Patreon page, and you get bonus content. You get bonus content, and you get to make me. You get to feed me. Isn't that nice? You could do that. All right. So like and subscribe. Do that. I'm gonna go back home. Yeah. The rest of the room isn't mine, actually. Yeah. I just live in the closet. It's not what you think. It's real nice in here. And dark mostly.